Let me see if I can pull this up.
Oh yeah, it's showing.
There we go. Nice fit right there. So if we look on the left, you have the intro, which is intro, mission brief, and then you go through the objectives. And at the time, I came up with a term. I don't know if it's called spider branching. I call it, where you it's a branch off. So objective one is a branch off of the main objective screen.
Okay.
But it's like a spider leg. There's only one way back, right?
Ah, gotcha. Yep.
So it looks like spider legs coming off, right? So here's the 4 objective details. So you have sort of this uh, objectives dashboard, if you will,
Yep.
and then you go look at the details, and that's these 4 things here on the side. That's the
Yep.
slides, if you will.
Yep. Those are the 4 slide
Um,
pages for each one slide for each
um,
one.
and then the bunker and the rucksack are two. It's part of the gamification piece of it. And the bunker and the were way down. Here's the rucksack. So rucksack 0, which is the landing page of the rucksack, and then based on your objective completions, you go to a different slide. That's how PowerPoint is. It's all vertical,
Yep.
right? It's linear.
Yep.
So you had to kind of branch back and forth between these. Now, we might not need that in Claro here because we can use variables and other triggers and different things to
Right.
maintain everything on one canvas and then turn things on and off based on some other logic. I'm
Yep.
guessing,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yep.
So we'll be able to condense a lot of this down. But these were the slides that were in the original PowerPoint. And then it's actually a linear course. You go to objective 1, then there's this passcode. Actually, I'll tell you what, probably easier to look at it this way. It's cleaner.
Ooh,
So I
the
took
nice
that
color
sketch.
version.
So I took the sketch and cleaned it up and put it in here so it's easier to read, if you will. So you
Yep.
start with the sketch, map it all out, clean it up so it looks good here. But so you still see the dark green is actually the linear path. So objectives 1, there's your 1. Then you go to the rucksack, and because you've started the mission, so you get your first little, like, what I can't remember what it is. You get a canteen or something. Types of grass, and this is just sort of a self navigation looping set of 8 slides, and these are the engage interactions. All of you can see them over here on the left.
Yep.
Engage, find fescue, engage Kentucky bluegrass, ryegrass, tall fescue. So these were the 8 engage interactions that were on each individual slide. And then a custom navigation to branch back and forth any direction you wanted to go. So again, we can probably combine that.
Yeah. I was just
into
going to say,
one-
yeah,
one-
we're going to build those
one
interactions
package.
just right on the page. Yeah, no
Yep.
need to export and re-import and all that kind of stuff.
And then you go, then you're down, so you get your little certificate. So we're kind of scroll down here a little bit. You get your certificate, and then you go back and look at what you earned on your rucksack, and then you can either go back to your objectives. So you can see this is kind of a 3-way branching loop here. You go any direction you want. And then you go to the next objective. So it's all linear.
Yep.
And then same thing, objective 2, and then kind of the same thing, but we only have 3 slides with weeds, which are right here, common grassy weeds. And where's the other weeds at? They're in here somewhere.
Find those weeds.
Oh, where are they? Mowers tools. Huh. Fertilizing, watering, mowing. Huh. Oh, there's just one weed slide. I wonder if they're all 3 on the same. I don't remember. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, you go there and then you come up here. Then you do the mowers and equipment. That's mowers and other tools right here on the left.
Yep.
And then that's tools and equipment, and then you got care and maintenance over here, which is the 4th objective. Then you're done. Then you go to after action review. Of course, you got to how well did you did, and then your little certificate of completion
At the end, absolutely.
at
And
the end.
so
So,
every instructional designer should be very shamed by how detailed and perfect your flowcharts are every time you do a project, because
ha,
I don't think everybody does this.
no, everybody doesn't. That's why I teach it because all designs start with pencil and paper. You can't you can't solve the problem until you see the problem, and especially if you're doing something linear. You've heard me say this again. If you're doing something linear, that you don't need to do this. But if you got any type of branching and you're going all kinds of different directions, and you're trying to do a storyboard in a Word document that's linear top to bottom, and then you send that to a SME or a customer, well, what do you think? This is my design. And they say, oh, yeah, it looks great, because all they're thinking about is the content, but they can't visualize the behavior. They can't visualize at the 30,000 foot level
Yeah,
in a linear document
right.
unless they're designers themselves. And 99% of the time, they're not designers. So we have to sort of, in a positive way, hold their hand. We have to
Yeah,
consult and say, okay, here's the design, and this is the plan and this is the plan of that design. So think of it as a blueprint, if you will. And now I know where everything goes. I know where everything lives. I know how to get to one place to another. I know how to navigate it, which helps me as a developer when I go into developing. I know some of the things that I have to consider before I start, putting things together. So
yeah.
anyway, there's my spiel
No, I was just
on
gonna say,
storyboarding, visual modeling.
I think it's a perfect little spot to drop in